Welcome to WagerTalk TV, everyone. Minty Beth here with Tony Finn at WagerTalk on Twitter, and Chris, Las Vegas Chris, at Las Vegas Chris on Twitter. That's no H, guys, in Chris. This Sunday, November 15th, we've got, not really a really exciting matchup. The Green Bay Packers hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Packers lay in 13.5 points at home here, and the total set at 52. Tony, let's get your thoughts for this game.
This is a game where if you buy all the talking heads from all the major media portals, then this would be a game where you love Jacksonville, right? They say, at least Jacksonville last year got a bad rap after being blown out by San Francisco in the playoffs, was that this is a team that would beat the teams they're supposed to, or pick on the little guy, or pick on the poor the poor kid, be the bully of the less thans, and lose to teams that were quality. Really, Green Bay's schedule has been pretty soft this year, and they've lost two games. The two games they've lost are against either a quality team or a team that could run the football. Minnesota can run the football, and if you can run the football and play at a tempo and be satisfied to play at a slower tempo, this is a team. You're a team that can beat Green Bay. That's not the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags have been, believe it or not, favored one time this season. That was in Week 3 against Miami, where they recorded 72 yards rushing against the Fins in a loss and a non-cover. And that was after covering the first two games of the season. The first game they actually beat Indianapolis, their only win. They've lost 7 straight. Since then, they've rushed for 89 against Cincy, 75 against Houston, 44 against Detroit. They did rush for 140 yards against the Rams, but still in a loss and a non-cover. 115 yards versus Houston last week in a loss, and their second cover of the season. So they're 2-6, I think 2-6 against the spread. The Packers are 6-2 against the spread. The two losses came against a quality team, this being Tampa Bay, and against Cook and the Minnesota Vikings, who can run the football. If you buy into the fact that Green Bay picks on the little guy and loses to the big guy, then this is a game that you're supposed to take the Green Bay Packers and lay as many as you want. In this particular instance, I believe, what's the latest line? Minty, is it 13?
13.5, yeah.
13.5. I'm comfortable. I was comfortable last Thursday. Let's mention the fact that Green Bay's coming off essentially a bye. They played last Thursday. They have that advantage. Jacksonville was in an up and down game with a very bad Houston team where they got the cover, although they lost. Let's take Green Bay and lay the wood.
Wow. All right, Chris, do you agree?
It's funny. I wanted nothing to do with this game, and researching the game a little bit more, I actually found it quite interesting. As Tony mentioned, they're coming off the bye. And I think watching that Saints-Tampa Bay game is going to affect teams that want to compete. And I think it's going to inspire Green Bay. Green Bay's tied for the conference lead at 6-2 with the Saints. I think this is going to be extra motivation. And if you're familiar with the Packers, you know that they're one of these teams that doesn't have a problem sticking a fork in another team and just, really, just running it up on them. Jacksonville had a great game last week. Luton was 26 for 38, 68%, over 300 yards. But he's facing Houston. Houston wasn't good before they were missing two starters last week on defense. So how impressive is it? Green Bay gets Lazard back probably this week. They've got a healthy Aaron Jones. In the past, Green Bay's been giving up at least 40 sacks a season for over the last 5 years. This year, they're on a pace to only give up 20 sacks. Rodgers is back there, able to do anything he wants. He's got 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 68% pass completion. He's got a chip on his shoulder. They're fighting for conference title. Look at Jacksonville and, at some of the teams they played already. They've gotten blown out by 10 to the Chargers of all teams. The Chargers always find a way to play close games. Detroit blew them out. Houston blew them out. Miami blew them out. I generally don't play games with this kind of a point spread because usually you just don't know what's going to happen with the back door and the garbage time. But I might be tempted to actually play this game, Green Bay minus 13.5.
Nice. All righty. So both of you are kind of leaning to lay the points with the Packers here. And guys, for $1.99, get every college football and NFL play for any handicapper through the end of November. Only at sportsmemo.com and wagertalk.com. Thanks for joining us today.